Hello. Hi. We had some small trouble with our scheduled live session, so hence I'm doing with the revised one, and I'm doing it in a new the new one, so that my previous, because my previous already pre-scheduled one is not working. There's some technical problem, so hence I'm doing on a new one. So let us just wait for people to join, and then we can take it forward. Had dinner? Yes, I had dinner, GMM, and happy Teachers Day. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your wishes. Really appreciate it. Hi, Narsimha Reddy. How are you? Happy Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. Nice. So I hope all of you are preparing well. Sir, how you became Excel? How to become Excel Pro like you? A very good question. So to become, I'll start directly taking the questions, guys. So I don't think I'll wait, for people to join, because I think, given the number of questions that we might have based on what happened in last 3 4 days, I think I should start off with questions very quickly. Okay, okay. So first, let me first the first one: how to become Excel Pro. It comes by practice. You have to do a lot of financial models, or you have to work on a bunch of financials where you create the entire balance sheet P&L, and then you can definitely become an Excel Pro. If I complete my class in April 10, can I clear CA Inter Group 1? Yes, I think you will be able to clear CA Inter Group 1 if you complete all your classes by April. So you're saying, don't you feel hungry at night? No, from my childhood, I've been used to eating at 7 o'clock or 8, between 7 and 8. So I don't feel hungry. I have early breakfast also, so I don't feel hungry. Then if I complete my classes, okay, where can we find solutions for SFM illustrations provided? Solutions are there in the Excel sheet. So for a few chapters, we have attached Excel sheets. For a few, I hope you guys are able to hear me, right? Kindly confirm if you're able to hear me. Okay, great. You're able to hear you. Fine. So you're able to hear me. Fine. So okay. So let me get SFM illustrations are there in Excel sheet for a few topics. For a few topics, they're not there. They're there in PDF form, and we are planning to try and get them uploaded as soon as possible. How did I get into ISB? So after finishing CA, I was very clear that I didn't want to practice, and I wanted to get a job. So I had written CAT. I got a decent score. I got into IIM also, and I got into a bunch of other B schools in India. But then I decided that after 3 odd years of CA, I didn't want to do an MBA for another couple of years. So then I wrote GMAT, and then got into ISB. Yeah, then you look so calm and composed. Do you get angry? Oh, I get very angry when I'm driving on the road, man. When people cut the lane, and when we have crazy driving, especially Hyderabad driving is pretty bad. So that I definitely get angry. It's not that there are times when you lose your cool. So I'm just like any of you. I lose my cool. Happy Teachers Day. Thank you. Thank you. So, what's the strength of Indigo Learn course bias? I didn't understand what you mean by what is the strength of Indigo Learn's course bias, Shankari. You have to explain, elaborate slightly more. Srinivas Prasad, thanks a lot. Teachers Day. How many mock texts should we write before exam? My minimum is two, and after that, anything more than that, 3 or 4 is good. But minimum, my suggestion is two. Okay, Shankari, did you ask that question? I'll come back to you. What is the strength of Indigo Learn bias? As and when you ask that question, I'll respond. Will Indigo come up with CFA classes? Just wait for 2 more days. Probably we'll have some announcement for you guys. CFA is a standalone degree. Yes, it is a standalone degree, but you have to do it after you finish your undergraduate degree also. Tell us about CFA and Cpa opportunities. Oh, CFA opportunities are plenty, but they're specifically in the finance and accounting domain, whereas CPA opportunities are more in the accounting side, right? So if you look at CFA, you get into investment banking or equity research or mutual funds or things like that. Will Indigo come up with CFA class as well? I said, wait for a couple of days. Is it worth doing PGP from ISB for a qualified CMA, got placed in a PSU? Yes, definitely. It is expensive course. It is roughly about 35-40 lakhs now. But if you have clarity on what you're wanting to do, then I think you can definitely do pursue an MBA from ISB. But do evaluate other international MBA programs also, my suggestion, because a lot of the courses are comparable, especially given the rising cost of especially the US dollar INR exchange rate. Now there are some places where probably you at 40 lakhs you can get a similar kind of MBA. Despite the rising cost of education, you can get a good quality MBA abroad also. So I think you can try that. Then what's your mother tongue? Oh, I am born and brought up in Hyderabad. I did study for a few years in Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. When my father was posted there, he used to work in a bank. And but otherwise, I'm a proper Telugu person. I'm born and brought up in Hyderabad. How many students have been enrolled in Indigo Learn? Oh, quite a few. No, so at now at the most, I think close to about 10,000 students are enrolled in Indigo Learn. What's your opinion on Baladitya as he's in reality show? Yeah, so my opinion on Baladitya, good question, man. Who asked this? Harish Hari. It's a good question. So I wished him all the very best. And I also told him that Big Boss is at least I find it a very scary place because you bear everything there on front of screen for the whole world to see. So I asked him to be careful, and I wish him all the best. I hope he does the best that he can, and probably become the winner of Big Boss. That's all I intend. That's all I wished him. What then? Happy Teachers Day. Thank you, Sugam. Happy Teachers Day. Your funny moments during articleship. During articleship, funny moments. Tough, man. That is 20 years ago. I did my articleship from 2000 to 2003. I really don't remember funny stuff. I don't know. I mean, sometime probably my boss scolded somebody or something like that. I'm not able to recollect anything. I'm really sorry about that. How to do CA along with CFA? See, for you to do CFA, you can do along with CA. It's not something, no rocket science. Especially the first couple of levels of not so complex or complicated. You can do that, but the thing is, you have to ensure that you also prepare for CA and you have an undergraduate degree, because the primary issue is in with respect to CFA, you can do CFA only if you have an undergraduate degree. So then you can definitely do. Then CFA level 1 jobs in India. See guys, level 1 jobs may be there few, but I think actually level 2 jobs will be slightly more than level 1, because level 1 is fairly basic. Level 1 with MCOM is sufficient. No, level 1 CFA, level 1 MCOM is not sufficient to get into investment banking. Sir, Midi Tenali, Madi Tenali. Right. Manadi, Midi Tenale, Madi Tenale, Manadi Tenale. Correct. Is CMA course having scope today? See, every course has some scope, always. Now, with CMA, the issue is earlier in a setup where we had a lot of PSUs or companies, manufacturing companies, where cost control, and you guys, some of you may be aware of the excise laws, which got replaced by GST. So for excise purposes, you had to always compute the cost, right? So at that point of time, there was a lot of focus on cost accountants, but today it is more about management accountancy. And I think that unless the focus shifts towards more about management accounting, it becomes very difficult for any employer to see someone who just who keeps just computing cost, right? Because now you have Excel sheets and you have large softwares which can compute cost very quickly. So unless you are going to add value as a management accountant, I don't think pure costing per se, knowledge per se, will add value. Then on the second year article, how do you think you should deal with the proposed changes in CFA final? I think if your second year article, you're going to be writing most likely next May or November, I think you should just go ahead with the old syllabus, preparing for old syllabus. As and when the CA Institute announces what is the new syllabus content, what are the subjects, then you can think of new syllabus. My suggestion to a lot of students has been, start preparing for FR, start preparing with audit, start preparing income tax and GST. These subjects are not going to change. SFM probably 70% will remain same, 30% may change. This is also my guess. I don't know how much it will work out to. The and the sixth subject, which is your that case study, elective, the case study, basically multidisciplinary case study, that anyway is a googly, right? So my suggestion is, start off with the FR, start off with auditing, start off with after that get into income tax and GST. These are not going to change. Okay, then how to get what is this? What is the next question? Tell us about SAP course. Will you recommend to do it? See, SAP, just like any other software, see, probably 15 years ago, 20 years ago, SAP had a lot of value because it was very novel. But I think in today's day and age, if you join any corporate, they themselves will teach you SAP. right, in the accounting function and all. So I per se, unless you want to become an accountant and go through the path and a pure CA guy, right, getting into SAP, I really don't think it is the right way to go about it. uh, one day as qualified. I will definitely work in Indigo and one day as qualified. Welcome, Sai Uttej. Please send out your resume to us at careers@indigoloan.com, careers @indigoloan.com. Even today, we will definitely think that, if your resume meets our requirements, we will be more than happy to have you on board. Okay, so please do send out your resume. So you cleared CA, but why your name is not prefixed by CA? So this is Shibi. So my name is not prefixed because I have not taken membership. I have not taken membership of the CA Institute for last 20 years. One day I wanted to take it, but then the application form for taking membership had a line which said basically, dear sir, I beg you to grant me the membership of the institute. So after having cleared the exams, I was not in any position to beg anybody. I refused to beg anyone, so I never signed the form. So that's how I never became a member. So because I'm not a member, I cannot prefix the words alphabet CA in front of my name. Okay, so I don't know. I think you already know something about me. That's why you asked the question, CB. How to get a job in investment banking? Please make a video. Yes, definitely I'll make a video. But typically, right, unless you're based out of Mumbai or Chennai or Bangalore or Delhi, for non-metro students or candidates, it is tough. I'm not saying it is impossible. I'm saying it is tough. You typically need to have an additional degree, either an MBA or a CFA, degree, which will actually help break into the CFA, into investment banking jobs, or you need to be a ranker, very top 10 or top 20 rankers, and then probably you'll get through to some of these interviews, right? Then what else? Then CFA 11 plus financial modeling will end in as in a good job. No, see, level 1 plus financial modeling, I don't think they will, only those two will allow you to get a good job. You need to have a basic degree. When I say degree, don't think of an undergrad degree, think of it as let's say a CA or some good quality professional course. With that, you do CFA, at least a couple of levels. I think that is what will help you. And financial modeling, of course, see, financial modeling, even though I teach it, I believe that you learn most of financial modeling only by practice. So I strongly believe that just by doing a course, it will not add value. You also have to practice. I don't know how many of you see, a lot of people create models and post them on LinkedIn. So, I think if you want to do that, that is one opportunity available for you to, publish your models, and then people can go through them and give you feedback. Right? Then when will you launch income tax or CA final? We are thinking of launching it next year, Madhava. Then what is this? Sugam, what made you come up with this initiative? Oh, I wanted to do this for a long time. I wanted to be teacher for a long time. So I met Satya Raghu, then Suraj, and Sharat, who's our tech co-founder. And we discussed about starting this out sometime in 2016, and finally we said, let us go ahead and do this. How long will we be thinking that this is my dream, I will do this one day, let us make that a reality. That's how we started it in March 2017. Then the next question is stupid question, sir. Nothing is stupid, man. You can ask me anything. Please don't judge me. What is the meaning of Indigo in Indigo Learn? So I don't know how many of you know this. The word India, right? In addition to having a link to the word Sindhu, India, right? All three words are phonetically very similar. India also had this dye called indigo. So the indigo dye, which is blue in color, is actually was found only in India, and that was used by the Britishers to dye the textiles what they had. They were manufacturing back in the Britain post the Industrial Revolution. So India actually had that particular plant called indigo, and hence there is a belief that India was named after that plant called indigo. Okay, this is one theory, and we wanted to name our company whose name had roots in India. While we did not want to name it more Sanskritized names like Artha, Veda, or Sanskriti and all of that, because we thought that is too Sanskritized. We wanted something which is easily understandable. That's how we chose Indigo. We don't have anything to do with the airline, by the way. Okay. Then MBA in India versus MBA abroad. What is your take? No, it depends on the college, man. It's not an easy question. It depends on the college. Let's say you get into any of the Ivy Leagues or top 20 worldwide, then I think international MBA would definitely make more sense. But then again, it also depends where do you want to work post getting an international MBA. A lot of international MBA guys do come back to India. Indian guys who go and study, let's say in Harvard, Kellogg, or Stanford, come back to India and they work in India. So I think if India is your opportunity, if India is the place where you want to work, then I think international MBA will definitely help. Even Indian MBA in a top B school will definitely help. Okay, then what else? Is CFA a subset of actuarial science? I've cross-examined. It seems that investment actually does everything a CFA does plus more. No, actually, right? No. Before that, there's one more question. There are a bunch of other questions. Let me just. Oh, there are quite a few questions. I'm sorry. MCom in financial management along with CFA. Do you think that will suffice for purpose of investment banking? I think it should have some value, Prashant Sharma. I think that is a possibility. So with CFA level 2, it is possible. So you have taught very good of logical reasoning and foundation. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Sheikh Salum. Then Shrikar, are all the ICA material illustration covered in CA final SFM class? Absolutely. However, there are certain illustrations which are, same illustration with different numbers. I have not solved them. If it is the same ditto same illustration, I have not solved them, because there is no point solving two very, very similar illustrations which have different numbers. But 99% of all illustrations are solved, Shrikar, in SFM classes. Given the fact that Wall Street internship is very hard to fetch, how can an Indian student aim to increase chance of pursuing one post studying CA and courses in FMVA, CBCA, CMSA, in courses in what is this financial modeling, FMVA, CBCA? I don't know what these courses stand for, man. I'm really sorry, Siddharth. But I think if you want a job in the Wall Street, when you say Wall Street, you're referring to New York. Then you have to either do from top 3 B schools in India, where they recruit for positions in US, or you have to do a MBA in abroad, which is where you get an opportunity to get into Wall Street. Sitting in India and doing a course like CA or something else, you will not get an opportunity to get into Wall Street. Then Python, Power BI for finance or CFA. No, Python is more a language which will help you, resolve a lot of problems when you're handling large sets of data. Same thing with Power BI. Whereas CFA is more about understanding how the markets function, how understanding the entire finance, vertical, right? So if you have CFA plus Power BI plus Python, probably that will be more help. But if you're saying just Power BI and Python, with your CA degree, will that help me to? Will it be equal to a CFA degree? No, that is not. Both have different purposes. Right, then is there any possibility extend free classes up to 6 a.m.? No, man, it is not possible. It is only tonight, midnight it will end. How to get front-end jobs in investment banking? As I said, you have to do either an MBA or CFA, or get a good high number rank, and you'll be able to get it, Shivaji Hari. Please extend if possible to 6. No, man, I'm really sorry. Madhava, you're asking me, do you know Tamil? Yes, I stayed in Kovai for 3 years, so I do know good amount of Tamil. When I was in class 8 to 10, I stayed there. So Coimbatore is a place where you hardly get people who know, non-Tamil language. And of course, a lot of people speak Telugu, but that is a place where I had to learn Tamil because I was young as well. Will you bring revision sessions for November 22? Yes, Joseph, I'm working on them. I'm definitely working on them. We'll update you in the next couple of weeks. Prem Pramesh, no, man, it's not possible to extend. CA with investment banking, there'll be good opportunities. No idea, and mostly so many students don't know. Please let us know, sir. Do a video. Yes, I will do a video. First, let me finish the revision sessions, and then I will do a video on this. Is there any possibility? No possibility, as I said. Is CFA a subset of actuarial science? No, it is not. Actuarial science, right, is more to do with the fact that how do you measure risk. CFA is about finance, where risk is an element. In addition to that, you're actually trying to figure out, how after measuring risk, how can you actually, take advantage of risk, and then, enter into transactions with various kind of asset classes and all of that. So while there are a lot of common subjects, I actually think that actuarial science is even more deeper, because there's a lot more statistics in actuarial science than that is there in CFA. Okay, then CA plus ACCA will add value. Definitely, Kiran Vijay. It will add value. It will open up a lot of opportunities for you in companies or in Middle East as well as UK. Is there a possibility to extension? No. Then So somebody understood why the background in the class is Indigo. Good, very good. Can you please extend? No. Is there any possibility of physical batch class in Indigo? No, man. See, fundamentally, we believe that CA is a self-study course, and we believe that students have to put in effort because eventually post-qualification, there is nobody who's going to be there and teaching you in a class how to, do some work. You have to do everything on your own. The course is structured as a self-study course precisely for the reason that students are supposed to learn how to do things on their own. And if we do physical classes where we actually do follow up with you, do spoon feeding and all of that, it defeats the very purpose, right? You have to do a lot of self study. We can explain you everything. We are there to clear doubts, answer most of your queries. We are available always, okay? But that doesn't mean that I will discipline you, I will make you sit, I will teach you, I will ensure I will take a test for you. That is not the way the CA course is structured. It is for a reason, because if you become a CA like that, believe me, adjustment post qualification is going to be very, very tough. So a short answer, no. Sir, can CA IGNOU become enough to get nice job opportunities? Yes, it is sufficient. A lot of people do that. Can one clear CA Group 2 from zero today? When are you writing? Are you writing in November? Then I think you're slightly late. But if you're writing in May, then probably definitely it is possible. Then what else? Give me a sec now. What are the questions? When will individual chapter? Probably in the next couple of weeks. I don't know the exact date. We typically don't decide on the date in advance. We decide it as we go by. Are all persons who cleared CA should beg the membership? I don't know, man. Whatever the form is today. If the form says you have to beg, then you have to beg. I don't know. Do you invest? Of course, I invest a lot. I used to invest a lot, Sugam. But now what I do investment is largely I invest in passive funds. So I invest in Nifty Index. I invest in a Nifty Index ETF. Every month I invest across 5 or 6 dates in a month. I put money into the Nifty Index ETF. And I also put some money in large cap funds. I don't get into small caps or mid caps or anything. These have definitely given me much better returns than what I've gotten by doing my own individual investments, because there is somebody else as a fund manager who's actually doing a lot of work for you. Then happy Teachers Day. Besides CA, what are the finance courses we can do? I think Mahalakshmi, you can do something in CFA, or you can try and do an MBA also, right? That depends on what you want to do. Okay, so your native Swati, I am from Hyderabad, born and brought up here. What are the career opportunities available in financial sector as CA? This is a very large question, Shivaji. You will have multiple opportunities. You can be, you can join mutual funds, you can join investment banks, you can join, large corporates, you can join treasury desks. So a bunch of things you can do. Then who else? Your day-to-day routine other than teaching, what's your profession passion? Oh man, my day-to-day routine, most of my time actually goes in managing people, team within the company. So other than teaching, there's a lot of activity that goes on behind. So every video that you see is actually edited by either me or Suraj. So it takes us a lot of effort. So every day I edit at least a couple of hours of video. That takes a lot of time. Then I spend a lot of time marketing, trying to reach more students, more people, meeting colleges and all that. Then I spend a lot of time managing the team as well. Will you please share your journey in CA and state the study plan which you did? My Hemas Shivashankari, my study plan is 20 years old. Okay, at the time when I studied CA, Indias itself was not there. AS also, till I cleared, only AS 15 was there till I cleared CA Inter. So between CA Inter and CA Final, they released another 12 or 13 more AS. Okay, so my study plan today is absolutely, I don't think is of relevance, specifically because you guys are studying a lot more deeper and wider stuff. Okay, honestly, and I'm not trying to say this just to make you feel good. The current course content syllabus is very deep. It is very, very wide as well. So but one thing I will tell you, I did study 8 or 9 hours. I never studied for 15-16 hours. If you can ask Suraj also will tell you, it is practically impossible for somebody to study 15-16 hours continuously for so many days. There may be 1 or 2 days when I would have studied probably 10-11 hours, same case with Suraj, but most of the time it is 7 to 8 hours of focused studying. And there is no such thing like studying 20 hours and all. Everybody knows when you study 20 hours, you're basically whiling away time. Okay, where is CFA launching, sir? Heard about the same in Chennai. I'm eagerly waiting. Wait for a couple of days. We'll announce it, Rishivardhan Nalagappan. Is it true CFA loan in India don't have much opportunities in India? Yes, that is true. You need to have a financial vendor, acumen in terms of getting into a fund or stock market related entities. Only then CFA, along with an existing degree, let's say CA or an MBA, will add value. Pure CFA degree actually does not get you much far. So it is very very important that a lot of people realize that. Then what else? According to you, what are the difference between ACC and CFA? Yeah, completely different, man. It is almost like asking what is the difference between BSc in chemistry and BSc in physics. Just because both of them are science doesn't mean that chemistry is equal to physics, no. So both of them are very different. So I heard there are many law terms in CA Foundation, which is what's a Bayer Act, how to study with that. So yeah, CA Foundation law, I think you should ask this question to Aslesha. So Bayer Act means basically the law which is passed by the parliament, and that you can just go and Google and search for Bayer Act and you'll actually get the law. And a lot of terms will be from there, but I think our course covers it comprehensively, so I don't think you guys need to go to the Bayer Act. But if you want to, I think it's a very good idea, because eventually you will be doing stuff around reading law and all of that. GMM, how is Raghu has a bad throat, man. He's stuck with a throat issue. You're a big fan, very good. He does a bunch of TED Talks in KT. Yeah, even I have seen that. How to study accounting standards? You have to go through our videos, and you have to make notes. For most of the stuff in CA, right, you have to make your own notes. That is the thing what will help you out. Okay, then sir, is CA best to qualification investment banking? CA plus CFA, yes, or CA plus MBA, or CA plus MBA plus CFA. Any of these three, CA, CFA plus MBA, you put these three in a box and pick any two. Typically, you have a very high chance of getting into an investment banking position. Then, if I pass CA Inter in May 23, should I enroll for new final scheme? What new scheme was set up? Was the final till 26? Siddhartha, I think if you passed in CA Inter in May 23, you will be directly possible. It will be directly possible for you to enroll in new scheme. Just wait for a couple of months. I think ICA will announce. Sir, your qualification, can you say about what is a PGP in ISB? PGP is basically a postgraduate program. It is basically equivalent to an MBA. Right, so ISB is a business school based out of Hyderabad, and it's a top business school which is set up in along with Wharton, Kellogg, and London Business School. All of them got together and set this up sometime in 2001. And it is not a university, so only a university can grant an MBA degree. So IMA, IMB, IMC, all the IMs, they are also not universities, so they also graduate a postgraduate diploma in management, PGDM. Okay, so they grant something called PGDM, whereas ISB grants something called as PGP. So technically speaking, right, PGP is a certificate course. Okay, so honestly, if you ask me, I neither have a CA qualification because I have not taken membership. PGP is a certificate course. Then I only have a BCom degree, right? So that is how I sometimes joke with my friends. In fact, even with my wife, saying that I don't have a proper degree. Anyway, when CA intervention session will be conducted, probably sometime very soon, you will get to know how to gain knowledge in stock market. Course, any course you will recommend. I don't recommend any course. I recommend that you guys start doing dummy trades by creating your own portfolio, and then start putting money in mutual funds, small money, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees a month. That is when you will get maximum knowledge. And believe me, the most knowledge I got is when I lost money. Okay, so whenever I lost money, it can be small amount, 500, 1000, 2000, whatever it is. Whenever I've lost money, I've got maximum knowledge. I'm not saying that is the only way, but that is one way I have gained knowledge. And the way to gain knowledge without losing money is by reading books. So I don't know how many of you have read books about Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger, or there are a bunch of these guys, right? So you read books, you will learn a lot about how to make money in stock markets. Anyway, then what else? How to gain knowledge? Do help in placements for CA students? Not at the moment, but if you have a good resume or something, and if you are looking at a specific company, I can always try and reach if I have any of my friends or any contacts in that network. Is there possibility of extension? No, my extension in 2023. Can you give any strategy to clear it in first attempt? So Shreyashriya Bachala, I don't know whether you're talking about CA Foundation or CA Inter or CA Final. Whatever it is, you have to finish your entire syllabus 3 months before exams, and the last 2 to 3 months do revision with at least 2 mock tests, and I'm pretty sure you will clear. Is there any scope for CFA in India? There is a good amount of scope for CFA in India. Yeah? I don't know why you guys keep asking, is there a scope? Is there a scope? It is definitely there is a lot of scope. Jebab Bessi Salomi, self-studying CA intermediate subjects really hard, essay middle not detailed, it's like one line without a noun, isn't self-study. No, I never said you should do self-study with CA, ICA material. I said you should do self-study with somebody's classes. And the classes, by the way, if you actually ask honestly, either me or Suraj, we all did self-study with our ICA material only. Okay, so it is not so difficult. You have to buy additional material, you have to buy books of other authors, and you have to study. You can, if there is a will, wherever there's a will, there is a way. However, as I said, that today's day and age, when you have access to good quality teachers, you should try and reach out to good quality teachers and get access to their coaching and try and take online classes. The reason why I was saying that to do self-study or do study on the own, or don't do physical classes, it was my specific feedback was in that context. In physical classes, a lot of people actually believe that there is more interaction, or there is a discipline and all of that. The discipline has to be inherent. Just because somebody is holding a stick, if you are being disciplined, then that is not discipline. That is what used to happen in school. That cannot happen when you are studying for a professional course like CA. That's all I meant, right? Then CFA plus CPA, no man, that is very US oriented. If you have CFA plus CPA, then jobs will be primarily in US. That is about path. Then did you pass all in first attempt? Any advice how to deal with stress and maintaining consistency? So foundation and inter I passed in first attempt. CA final I wrote one group in one attempt, other group in another attempt, and that's how I cleared. Prem Pramesh, don't spam, okay. Is CA student want to read any business paper or magazine? Oh, this is something that I want to tell everybody. I used to, study, I used to read, not study, I'm sorry, read two newspapers from, I think, 8th standard or so. From class, I think from BCom first year or so, I read three newspapers. Even today, I read three newspapers. I read Hindu, I read Business Standard, and I read the Mint. Okay, if so, I don't like Economic Times. For a long time I used to read Economic Times, but then it is a very bad paper, man. It is not even worth the paper that is printed on. So I read Business Standard, but I think Business Standard and Mint are excellent pen newspapers. I think you should study. Whether you're doing CA, CFA, it doesn't matter. If you are interested in business, I think you should definitely go through these two newspapers, Business Standard and Mint. Foundation of Indigo Learn, whose idea? Our idea only, no? Foundation of Indigo Learn, me, Raghu and Suraj, no? We three all started together this. Sir, Indigo Learn provides quality of service education. Thank you very much, part of Indigo Learn. Thanks, Shibi, thanks a lot. Why a student should be memorized more, although we provide solutions for our clients by expertise, right? So, yeah, correct, Joseph, that's a very valid point. So, in fact, ICA is also aware of this. So, in CA final, no, in the new syllabus scheme of things, they are apparently going to make a lot of subjects open book exams. And believe me, open book exams are the toughest exams. Okay, you might think that open book is easy. Open book is actually going to be even tougher. Wait and watch. But I think you can the whole point of this knowledge, right? Remembering, by hearting, all of that is irrelevant in today's age. In today's age, when you have a Google God on your mobile phone. So I fully agree with you. Which car do you own? Benz, BMW, Audi, Rolls Royce. Whatever, boss. I am not such a rich man. I have an Hyundai Creta. And the part is I couldn't even get a loan for that because I'm a founder of a startup, so I had to take a loan on my father's name. So a lot of people here in Hyderabad keep saying that behind their cars they write mummy's gift, daddy's gift, brother's gift, and also I keep saying that my dad's PF. So that is what I think I should put as a sticker behind my car. Okay, so I'm not so rich, man. Neither am I rich nor my father is also rich. Middle class people only. Okay, then total income of assessment year 21-22. So we will be filing our returns, so you guys can actually go and look at the MCA data and get it. Then you have full-time faculties for all subjects. No, they do other work. No, some subjects we have full-time faculty, some subjects we have part-time faculty, because if you want a good faculty, right, a good faculty is one in certain subjects like income tax and GST. A good faculty typically also has a good practice. So you necessarily need to get someone in practice for those subjects, because they'll give you a lot of depth in terms of practical application. So quite a few faculties for us are part-time. So why should I choose Indigo for ACA? It was in the beginning stage now, whereas there are many established institutions for ACA. You can say the same quality of ACCA as CA. Yes, so that's the whole point, Vijay Ramesh. And the reason why we are introducing ACCA is we believe that we can offer you very, very similar and if not better quality of teaching in ACCA than what you're getting elsewhere. Okay, and we can assure you that we will try and do our best to have it in similar form as CA. North Indian institutes conducting marathons in Hindi. When can we expect marathons? We already have a bunch of marathons in a few subjects available, especially subjects like EAS, SM, Eco, then law. All of them are already available. There are no change in amendments in syllabus, so you can actually go to our YouTube channel and search for those revision videos. You'll actually get them. Okay, this was for Swati. Then after writing CA inter till results, how to utilize the period, sir? What to do? Best enroll in a course for financial modeling, Excel, Tally. Please learn all of those, and most important, please, if possible, enroll in a course for communication, because that is the most important issue what a lot of students face when they actually go for job interview. Hi, anyone is not Indigo student, recommend SFM students. Hey, thanks Shivaji, thanks a lot for your nice feedback. Sir, do you get angry easily? Yeah, sometimes I get angry, man. Sometimes I don't get angry, Sugam. So it is dependent on the situation. So Parthakumar, CFA alone. Parthakumar, good question. You said CFA alone is not enough. Now you are saying it has scope. I'm confused. Obviously, you asked different question. No, you said first question was CFA. Can I do it alone? Second question was, is CFA has scope? I am telling you very clearly, even now, CFA has value, but you have to do it along with some other professional degree. It can be an MBA or it can be a CA. Along with that, if you do CFA, it is easier to get a job. That is all I meant when I'm saying it has scope. I am not saying that doing CFA alone will have scope. Doing CFA after BCom is actually it is very tough to get a job. Sir, you passed long back. How are you managing current changes? Very good question. I find it very tough. So I constantly keep going through latest videos. So I edit a lot of videos, right? So that's how I keep updated. How many RTP, MTPs we need to solve in LI Tamil? I think last 3 years, I think is sufficient. You have Shahrukh, you have doubts in costing overheads. What can I do, man? You have to ask Pranay or you post in forums, we'll respond. MBA after CA, I think it's a very good idea, Anchintya. I think that's a very good idea. You should definitely try. After completion of exams, can you please tell me about future? I just told you, if you're referring to inter, I think you should join in bunch of courses. If you're referring to final, then I think you should start preparing for interview, get your resume, send your resume to a bunch of places and all. Then Tarun Kumar, sir, is the share market good or bad? Some of the people used to say it is black market. In stock market, can you take career in stock market? How good or bad is it? Boss, same question I can ask you for CA also. Are all CA people good? Are all CA people bad? And there are so many CAs who go and give bribes in income tax office. No, that is unfair, right? And we all know that this is open truth. A lot of people do that, right? So same way, even in stock market, there are good people, there are bad people. There are good things that happen, bad things that happen. Okay, so my suggestion is don't think of whether something is good or bad. Think of whether you can do something good or something bad. Okay, that is my suggestion. Why are you introducing new faculty for auditing suddenly? Is there a specific reason? Yeah, Naveen, we are introducing new faculty because Raghu has a severe throat issue. He's not at all able to talk. So doctors have advised him not to record any, not to teach anything for more than half an hour, 1 hour. So which is why he couldn't do it, and hence we have not been able to get him, and hence launching a new faculty. Can you please extend 1 day free access? No, Shahrukh, we cannot extend. Sir, you're enrolled for memberships. You're losing so much money. How are you managing, sir? What am I losing so much money? I am not losing any money. No, what am I not losing any money? I mean, membership cost is 1,000 rupees only, man, or some 2,000 rupees. I don't think I have lost anything. Is learning a foreign language beneficial while studying for CA? This is a very generic question. I can also ask, is learning music good when you're doing CA? It is good, it is bad. How can I answer this question? If you want to plan to do something abroad, then probably it is a good. I don't have an answer for this, Siddharth. Have you been abroad? Yes, I have been abroad to at least 3 or 4 countries. Can we do MBA after completing CA without BCom or any undergraduate degree? Yes, in India it is permitted. If you have to go abroad, then you have to go and prove to them that CA is equivalent to a PG degree, for which you again have to convince them, send them data and all of that. So I honestly suggest you should do MBA with CA after finishing BCom. Then do you invest in cryptocurrency? No, man. I think it's been a bunch of bullshit. I am a very traditional investor. I don't believe in all this fancy stuff. In fact, I honestly believe that people are investing in it just like the tulip mania. This is my personal view. Nobody needs to prove to me that I'm wrong. I don't need to prove to anybody that I am right. So I don't think I specifically think cryptocurrency is some kind of mania. That's all. Sir, CFA classes कब चालू होंगे? Wait for a couple of days. We will give you more information. Sir, if I purchase SFM in November 23, I'm going to write finally, will I get amendments for 2 years? Yeah. So, Lalita, you reach out to us. We typically do provide this. This kind of facilities. So you can reach out to us at support@indigolearn.com and I'll help you out. Then best tip to pass CA Inter tax exams. I'm fear about tax. Man, you should ask this to tax faculty, guys. You ask me about tax, what will I say? All I can say is you guys should, note down provisions, get clarity, solve as many problems. That's a very generic response I will give. Then. Scoring subjects in CA Inter Group 1 accounts. Without a doubt, accounts and income tax and GST. They are the more scoring subjects. So why do you have a lot of cutting in your class? I am not sure. Sometimes class becomes monotonous. What do you mean cuttings? In my class, are you referring to SFM or Joseph? Are you referring to generally a lot of other classes from Indigo Learn? See, we do a bit of editing whenever there is something in improper that the faculty may say, or something that is that is not properly captured by the audio. That is why we have cuttings. Otherwise, it is we don't cut. Class becomes monotonous. I think if you have any specific instances, Joseph, send out an email. I will go through the video and see if we can modify it and make it better. Shivaji Hari, CA plus financial modeling plus NISM series by certificate, there is scope. Yes, there is definitely scope for that. You get opportunities to work in a lot of places in stock market. Could you please recommend Tally Excel class? I mean, which online class? There are many spam for the same process. I wanted a recommendation. We have classes on Tally Excel. No, why are you going anywhere else? Blessy, you can take it from us. My favorite hero. So actually, more than hero, I actually like comedian. I like Mr. Brahmanandam. He is my favorite comedian. I like most of his movies. तो सर आर्टिकलशिप प्लस स्टडी कैसे मेंटेन करें? दैट इज द टफ पार्ट. सी गाइस, you guys are preparing for articleship only with the final, unless you're of course a direct entry student. I joined articleship after passing foundation. So okay, I had only 3 months leave for inter, 3 months leave for final, and of course syllabus was less. But believe me, if there is will, there is a way. So you have to wake up in the morning, study, go to your articleship, come back, and then again study. And one more thing I want to highlight to all of you: please believe in your heart that you are a student and not an employee of your CA firm. Okay, principal is just a principal. Principal is not your employer. Okay, so if you believe that you're a student, you will find ways and means to study. If you believe that you're an employee and you're carrying the firm on your broad shoulders at 20 years of age, then it is very, very difficult for you to get to this psychological mindset that I have to study. So fundamentally believe that you're still a student till you have not passed your CA exams. Then can you extend free classes? No. What is your advice for a person who wants to start practice after CA? Priya, I think practicing after CA, completing CA, you need to it will take a lot of time for you to establish yourself, and if you're starting off as a fresh young person, it is tough. However, if you have connects, if you have a network, it will definitely work out. And I actually believe that you should work somewhere for at least 3 or 4 years, probably in a big four, where you'll understand the processes, systems, or you should work in a large corporate so that you build that network. Then articleship, this career in fund accounting and investment banking as a CA final student, it is possible, no? It is possible. There are a lot of jobs in fund accounting and investment banking. These are back end. These are not front end. Okay, so there are jobs in Hyderabad or in Mumbai, in Bangalore. There are jobs available. You can reach out to you can go and check the websites of places like UBS or Bank of America or Wells Fargo. Then there is State Street, Franklin Templeton. You go there and then you can definitely look at openings. Do you believe in one-day marathon before exams? Absolutely no, GMM. I don't believe in that. I actually believe that the day before exams you should not study. You should just do a light reading for a couple of hours and then watch something else. You should not be studying on the day before the first exam at least. You should be chill, relaxed, peaceful. Very unlikely that whatever you study in the last 6 hours or 8 hours, so you will come up in the exam. Study last 2-3 days, study very lightly, 3-4 hours a day, and just leave it. That is how I did. Your quick opinion on quick commerce? I think they are solving a problem, but then the cost of solving the problem is very costly. So I don't know how many of you understand what is said by quick commerce. Your Zepto and Blink, all of those where they deliver within 20 minutes, 19 minutes, and all of that. I think they definitely solve a problem. That is why they've grown, right? But I think the issue that we have with that is whether it is economically viable. So I'm not sure that economics work out at this point, right? Sir, how you gain knowledge in investment banking? When I was doing my MBA, that is when I gained knowledge. How many times you should revise for CA Inter? At least one time, but best is 2 times. Sir, giving one group or both group, which is better? I think you should always give both groups when you're writing for the first time. Okay, sir, why a lot of professionals with cut the mustache? No, so yeah, that's a very valid question. So this, if you honestly ask me, right, I think we are aping the Western culture, where Western culture, you look neat. The focus is on your facial cleanliness and neatness, and the well-groomed hair and no mustache actually makes you look clean. This is blind aping the Western culture, and I am as guilty as anybody else of that. But if you believe that you should have a mustache and a beard and you're able to carry it, I think you should do it. But you should be well groomed. You should not look like some Baba Ramdev. Okay, then nobody is going to give you a job as an accountant. You may or may not take it correctly, but the idea is you should look like someone who's a professional. Right, Suraj actually gives a good example for this. If you have a currency note of 10 rupees, freshly minted currency note, and a crumpled note, what will you take? You'll always choose a freshly minted note, right? So please, same logic applies to professional. Your facial appearance, your overall well groomed nature is what also impresses the client. Also, I'm not saying that is the only thing that impresses. Your subject knowledge is very important, but the way you come across also impresses. Then what else? What is your daily routine? Daily routine. No, 1 minute. Let me come back. How can I manage articleship with regular 30 BCom? Given the fact that I have to write BCom exams 2 times in a year and I see only grants 12 days. Yes, you have to write exams and then go to articleship. That is what I also did. That is what a lot of my friends, even current people, do. Update on buddy check. Yes, we are working on it. Anirudh, we have got the competing priorities, so constantly we re-update the priorities and we will come back. We will be doing something which is more essential right away. So hence this is slightly postponed. Probably give us a couple of more months and we'll come back. Then what made you leave corporate? So I wanted to do something on my own, Joseph. Itch, no, there is a constant itch, then kida, bug in your mind that you have to do something. That is why what made me leave a corporate. What is buddy check? Yeah, so Naveen, we are going to launch a new feature called buddy check, where we will allow you to add one more friend of yours as a buddy to your profile, and we will start sending you as well as your buddy notifications about your course progress. So let's say if you have completed 50% of the course, whereas ideal completion rate is 70%, we will send a message saying that, hey, who asked this question? Naveen. Hey Naveen, you have not completed, you're behind schedule, and we will send a message this message to your buddy also. Let's say it can be your parent, brother, sister, friend, and we will send them, dear brother, Naveen has not finished this course. He's finished only 50%. There are, he has to complete, whereas the ideal completion rate is 70%. So we're planning to do stuff like that. With that is work in progress. We will send by WhatsApp or SMS, and we will be doing that in the course of the next couple of months. Then you have so much experience and you're making a lot of money. No man, as far as Indigo is concerned, I don't think I'm making a lot of money. You can go and check out our annual reports. You will know. What is your daily routine like? This is a very weird question, but yeah, a lot of work is spent in traveling and going to visiting people and going to office and managing team. That is a larger part of my work. So I wake up around 5:30 or so. I used to go for jogging, but recently I've got some allergy because of which I've stopped it. Otherwise, I go for a morning jog, and then come back and get ready and start do my morning puja and all that, and then go to start for office. Once typically what I do is when I am driving, I either listen to a lot of either podcasts or some kind of stuff which is useful for me. Joseph, there's a good question. I'll come back to that. Right. So I listen to the stuff like that. Then when I'm coming back, then I go to office, spend about 8 to 9 hours, then come back and then probably work for another half an hour, 45 minutes, spend a bunch of time with my daughter, play with her, and then go to sleep around 9:30 or so. So I'm a early to bed, early to rise kind of guy. Then what else? Cons of Big Four articles. Lalita, one of the biggest problems with Big Four articles is you specialize only in one stream. You either are you get into tax, or you get into specific area like auditing or internal audit or international tax or M&A or things like that. So in South India, they didn't conduct day class for Tally and Excel before exam. They just provide Q&A. That same question came in online test. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear, Salome. In early morning studies, better or night? I am a morning person, so I believe that 4 o'clock is the Brahma Muhurtam when you have to study, Sanjana. Can we do CS and CMA along with CA? No, you're allowed to do only 2 courses at a time, Mahalakshmi. You're not allowed to do 3 courses. So we'll do revision for FM like you're teaching SFM. You'll be familiar with that subject. Yes, Aditya, has recorded some lectures of FM for revision, but now he's landed up in Big Boss. So once he comes back, only we'll get the remaining lectures. But I think 2 or 3 chapters is recorded, and we'll be launching them in the next few days. Has anyone pursued industrial training? From Disha, I've heard no reviews how they're in contact with teachers to get my doubts. No, so what happens, Blessy, is we monitor your progress, and you can ask all the questions on forums. Once your progress is good, once we believe that you are a serious student, we'll create a WhatsApp group of the serious students and we interact with the students. If somebody has not completed syllabus, they have not even touched 10%, we don't typically add them in the WhatsApp group. We want only serious students in that WhatsApp group. This is by design. Some of you may dislike it, but the reason is we want you guys to actually succeed, right? And we are willing to help people who are willing to help themselves, right? So you will have a WhatsApp group in which you can interact, but there personally with the teacher, whenever you want to call me, you can call and ask questions. No, that we do not encourage. You can ask in forums and we will respond. Sir, after this free lessons on Indigo Learn, what is this? Who's your favorite faculty from Indigo Learn? So my favorite faculty is Suraj. Is ICA material for CA enough for CA Inter? Yes, it is enough. But certain topics I think you need to get external help. Can we get free test from tomorrow chapter wise? No, nothing free test. No free test. No, we have whatever are the mock tests are part of the overall course. Right, so tomorrow if you have once we close the free window, I don't think you can have access to the test. Sir, your crazy experience till now. Crazy experience. So once I was doing an M&A where I had not slept for 4 or 5 days, and I were continuously working, and I felt miserable after that. I never wanted to work like that. I always believe in balance. So that is my crazy experience, GMM. So if you do buddy check, it is about others making you disciplined. You yourself said you need not be disciplined. Right. Excellent. Brilliant question, Joseph, what you asked. So the idea is we want people to, if you want me to wake you up every day, if you want me to tell you every day what to do, I don't want to do that. But if I want to, do you want me to tell you once in 1 month? Yes, I don't think that is called discipline. I think that is called checking up on my students, right? So buddy check is not a daily activity. Whereas physical classes, continuous monitoring with a magnifying glass, that is a daily activity. I don't want to do the daily activity. I would rather do a once in 15 days, once in 30 days, an automated activity rather than, me going and talking to each student, finding out how much they have proceeded, because that is, if you honestly ask me, that is not even spoon feeding, that is bottle feeding. We are all about 20 years of age, and at that age you should not expect bottle feeding. But buddy check is more for 15 days, 20 days, or in that range is what we are doing. Sir, after then what else? Can we get free test? Then thank you for answering questions. Patient habit. Thanks a lot, Tarun Kumar. Happy Teachers Day. Hello, sir. How to pass CFL? Study, man. Life movements. What else can I say? You have to study, then you'll pass. Then Joseph, how was the book of Dr. Prasanna Chandra Financial? Very helpful. Yes, so I use that for my MBA classes, Shivaji Hari. That is typically used across a lot of B schools in India. It is fairly helpful. He gives a very good idea of the Indian financial system, and I would strongly suggest that you have it. But see, for you to pass CA exam, it is not required. But for you to understand finance in depth, I would say definitely required. What else? Sir, I can't wake up early morning. I'm trying my best to wake up, but I wake up only at 8:30. I'm sleeping at 11. Give some tips to wake up early. No, man, if you are an evening person, no, there's no point trying to wake up early. Okay, so if you're an evening person, be an evening person. No, I said I am a morning person. I don't think everybody should be a morning person. Right from childhood, if you have that habit, then it is different. If you're an evening person, then study in the evening. Wake up at 8:30, no problem. But do whatever you're comfortable with, but do it properly. See, the whole idea is not about morning or evening. The whole idea is about studying. Okay, don't mistake the aspect of studying for waking up in the morning or studying in the evening. No, morning, evening doesn't matter. You have to study, right? So that is one aspect. Then is there any possibility to extend? No. Sir, I'm interested to wake up at 5. If you're interested to wake up at 5, Sanjana, I think you should have an alarm. And you should ask your family to wake you up. And the thing what you should do once, immediately after you wake up, right, you should go and wash your face. You go and wash your face. First 2-3 days you will feel sleepy. Don't try and wake up. Just go and lie on some sofa or sit in a chair or do something. And after a couple of days, my suggestion, what I typically do is, I go and immediately go and take my bath. Then all the sleep is gone. Okay, yeah, it may sound stupid, but go and have a bath, immediately entire sleep is gone. Okay, after a couple of days you will pick up the habit. And I don't know how many of you know the rule of 21. If you do anything continuously for 21 days, it becomes a habit, right? So for the first 5 days, 7 days, it is tough. After that, it is easy. Or another way is, wake up and go somewhere in the morning. Moment you wake up, brush, wash your face and walk. Go for a walk for 10 minutes. You lose all your sleep. Okay, that is one way. Is there any possibility? No. Sir, how to have great English like you? I used to read a lot of novels, man. So I read a lot of English novels when I was from class 10 onwards, till probably I was 21, 22. Even now I sometimes get thing, but I don't think I have great English. I think I have a normal English. So I read a lot of English novels extensively, and I would have read easily a couple of 100 books. So that's how I got whatever little English I got. When can we expect CA final all subjects? See, we have the FR is launched, SFM is there, GST is there. Auditing will be launching in the next 2 to 3 months. Income tax will be launching next year. And we will not be launching that multidisciplinary case laws as of now. So as far as the new syllabus is concerned, we will have all the subjects. Old syllabus, SCMPE or old syllabus law, we will not be launching. Law, we will launch some topics because we've already recorded them, but SCMPE we will not be launching. Only new syllabus we will launch. Given a chance, you'll go to Big Boss. No, man, Big Boss is a very scary thing, because you have to be very genuine in that, and you will reveal all your life secrets and all of that. You have to have a lot of courage to go there. I don't have the courage to go to Big Boss. 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. No, I think you should start at 5 a.m. Sanjana. 5 a.m. is the best thing. Wake up, have a wash your face and just go for 5 minute walk, and not even a 1 hour 2 hour walk. Just 5 minute walk, it will wake you up. After CA final, how to get a job abroad? You have to go to either join a company like international company like, let's say some banks like HSBC or Citi or big Barclays or something, where they have opportunities abroad, or you go and meet a international job consultant. Okay, what does your wife work? No, man, my wife does not work. She used to work earlier. Now she's a homemaker, Joseph. So she does not work at the moment. uh, I keep solving trial balances for 21 days. I'm still not familiar. So, what I said was with respect to a habit. It is not with respect to a problem solution. You will not get a solution just because you've solved it for 21 days. You will get a solution only if you have understood the question and you know how to approach the solution. So, habits take 21 days to form. Problem solutions, sometimes you may get it in 5 minutes, sometimes you get it after months also. Even Einstein, the greatest of the inventors like Einstein and all of that, they also took a lot of time to solve a lot of problems. So trial balance, according to me, is a simpler one. So you probably should be able to understand in a couple of days. If you have any specific queries, post in the forums. We'll be more than happy to help you. Swati, I don't know about Big Boss. Yes, Aditya went into Big Boss season 6, so we actually put out a social media post on that. So, what are the best finance books to understand finance in depth? I think you should start off first with CA material, then you should get into books. I have actually given a recommendation in my SFM course, a list of movies and books that you should watch. Books you should read and movies you should watch. I think that list is sufficient. You guys should try that. Sir, for FR, will Satya do on certain topics? No, man. Raghu will not do. Satya Raghu will not do. Only Suraj. Sir, was finance your choice, family or passion? No, man. It was my own choice. I wanted to do this. I was good in sciences. I did not want to choose science because I didn't want to do something common like everybody else. That's why I chose accounting and commerce. My dad is also CA. Obviously, that has some bearing, but I don't think there was any force on me at any point of time. So, do you like something other than Indigo, like Satya sir is in Kheti or like that? No, man. At the moment, no. But probably after some time, I want to pursue a PhD. I don't know in which subject, but most likely in statistics or something is what I want to pursue. But at the moment, I don't have any other passion. So, for CA Foundation December, what is the ideal time to complete the course? You have to complete the entire course by October 31st, and then do a couple of revisions, and then do at least a 2 mock test. Okay. Views on GST being levied on milk and chapati. This is old news, man. I mean, it is on packed items with a certain amount of weight and all of that. It is not on loose items and all that. So I don't think so. Right? Milk. we all keep saying milk, the GST is there. Come on, guys. Milk. Who was the biggest milk producer, milk suppliers in India? Milky Mist. Then you have Jersey. Then you have Amul. Then you have a bunch of people like that. All of them can afford to. All of them are corporates. They are doing the job. I know Amul is a cooperative, but rest of them are corporates. They're doing a business. They're doing a business. Right. By that logic, milk. If you're so upset about GST on milk, even we charge GST. No, on education also there is GST. Coaching also there is GST. It should not be there. No. So see, the thing is, people, if you buy loose milk, which is where most of the, which is how milk is sold typically in rural India, it is not, on that it is not levied. But when you have packed milk and all of that stuff, where a large part of urban India exists, consumes packed milk, I think that urban India can afford to pay. And I know that there are a lot of people who will fall in between. That is, there'll be some poor people who will buy packets. There'll be rich people who will buy loose milk and all of that. Having said that, all of that, milk prices have gone up multiple times in the last, 15, 20 years. When milk prices goes up, there is no problem. But when you add tax, there is a problem. I don't think that's a fair way of looking at things. On chapati, I thought it was not in chapati. No, I thought it was an atta which is more than 25 kilo pack. How do you keep contact with other faculties, retention of faculty? We continuously chat with them, man. We chat with them, they all, obviously we have retention. How do you retain? When you give them, when they like the way we interact with them, they like the students, they obviously money also, monetary considerations. So all of them come together. Sir, if I learn income tax and government cancels income tax and introduce one nation, one tax, it is never going to happen, Joseph. One nation, one tax, already income tax is a single tax. So I don't know how many, this is a question that I've asked multiple times, whether why can't income tax be simplified. So believe me, there are certain sections that can be simplified, but income tax, or for that matter, any tax, works on a principle that they're all principle based tax, they're not rules based tax. So when I say they're not rules based tax, there is a principle that income has to be taxed. There's a principle that capital receipts are taxed only in certain circumstances, right? So these are all principles, right? So that is the ideal way to make law, right? And when you have principle based tax, you always will have a law which is complex. It cannot be simplified. You can remove unnecessary things. I have one point, right? Why do we have different depreciation rates for income tax and companies act? They can be common, no? That is a logical question. But then, can you say that, everybody I will tax 1 rupee, whenever anybody withdraws cash from bank, I will charge 1 rupee tax. Anytime anybody does a money transfer on using NEFT and RTGS, they will charge tax. Those are all not principle based. They're all rule based. And they're incorrect because you are unnecessarily affecting the bottom of the pyramid people. The tax should be such that, the principle should be such that the people who can afford to pay tax should pay tax. The people who cannot afford to pay tax should not be subject to tax. So I don't think this one nation, one tax, I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, income tax is one nation, one tax only. People who have the ability to pay tax should pay tax. And when you create even a new income tax act, believe me, it will become this complex only. No nation in the world has an extremely simple income tax, unless of course it is Dubai or some other place where they don't levy any tax. Okay. Sir, you continuously answering without hesitation. Really great, sir. I understand patience that teachers have. Thanks a lot, Swati. So, what do you expect from articleship student before joining Cfa or after Cfa? What are the basic knowledge should help a direct student before joining? So, for a direct entry student, right, I actually believe that you should finish your both groups of CA Inter because you will understand the subjects like auditing, which is very, very important for you to get into articleship or do your work in articleship. So, I think that is one thing. And then, of course, you should know Excel and Tally. Then what are 3 big goals in your life? I've realized this is a good question, Shivaji. My goals are to be happy, healthy, and to have a happy family. Those are my bigger goals, right? Nothing to do with Indigo Learn per se. Indigo Learn is a path, right? Happy, healthy, and have a happy family. Those are my bigger goals, sir. But remembering section DT is unfair. Don't remember. Who's asking you to remember sections? Joseph, nobody, the department is not, or the institute has not said that you should know the section. You can write as per the provisions of Indian Income Tax Act and write, and they will give you marks. Nobody said that you should write section. Do you agree that free promotion CA students of engineering got promoted in No, man, I don't believe in this GMM. You guys might be thinking that CA is tough and all of this because you are pursuing CA, but believe me, the quality of CAs that are coming out have a lot of fundamental issues in terms of concepts as well as the communication skills, right? So I actually believe that doing that free promotion kind of thing is detrimental to the profession. What advice you give to non-commerce student prefer to do direct entry? It's a tough one. So I think you should finish CA Inter and then do it. You should not join articleship without doing CA Inter if you're non-commerce. So where is Yogita? Yogita is in Kota. She works. She's based out of Ajmer or Kota, not Kota. I think Ajmer. So she's there. She's not in a. She couldn't join on the MA because she has pre-scheduled classes at this time somewhere else. Renu, thanks a lot for wishes. Sweet and simple goals. Thanks, DMM. BCom St. Xavier's Mumbai. How much package you get from BCom or BF? I don't know morality facts. Moral fee facts. I don't know, man. I don't know BCom or BF how much you package you'll get. Probably I think anywhere between 5 to 10 lakhs. Probably that is what my guess. Are you planning to launch all subjects of final Venkatesh Ratnam? No, man. We will launch income tax, we will launch audit. We will not launch any of the subjects. We already have 3 subjects: GST, FR, and SFM. CPA scope in India. CPA scope is primarily in US based organizations or back office in India. Will transfer during articleship count during placements? No, man. Nobody bothers about your transfer, Ahmed. My favorite food, potato fry. Mohammed Saif, where are you from? I'm from Hyderabad. Venkatesh Ratnam, happy Teachers Day. So all questions done. There's no question left. Okay, great guys. So I spent exactly 1 hour. Sir, with CA, which course is best? BAF or BCom? I think BCom is good. I don't know what is BAF. Bachelor of Accounting, is it? What is BAF? Explain that, Moralfi. Expand BAF thing. What does BAF stand for? Bachelor of Accounting and Finance. I think both of them will be good enough. I am not sure of what is the syllabus of BAF, so I will not be able to respond to that. So Elavarasi Bojarajan, happy Teachers Day. Thanks a lot. Joseph, thanks a lot for your valuable time. Thank you guys. Are you a trader? No, man. I am a long-term investor. I invest money in, as I said, Nifty ETF and then forget it, fill it, shut it, forget it. So put the money, forget about it, and hold and buy kind of strategy. First time interacting with you. Great session. Thanks a lot. Siddharth, Bachelor in Accounting and Finance. Yes, I don't know the syllabus, man. I'm not aware of that course. So I'm not really sure. Would you trade in futures and options, not portions, man? Yeah, I did trade in. So I was actually an options trader, guys. I mean, I used to trade a lot of forwards and options in currency. And when I say options, when I say trade, I used to trade in amounts. So each trade used to be 20 crores, not even 20. I think each trade used to be 30 crores kind of trade. Okay, so I have traded in roughly about close to about every year we used to do trades of worth 5 to 6,000 crores. So I would have, for 5 years, I would have done 25,000 crores. So I've done a lot of trading on options as well as forwards and futures. So in currency, not in stock market. Okay. So when I was in Coromandel, where I was the head of treasury, so I know what it is, but I still don't do it because you have to constantly monitor the market. I don't have time and energy. Indigo Learn is my is where most of my energy goes, and I can't deviate my attention from Indigo Learn. So I put money in Nifty index ETF, and it constantly compounds at 14 to 15% per annum over a 10-12 year period. Even if it is 1% less, no problem, but there is peace of mind. Your family reaction when you left corporate and started a startup? Oh, it was very tough, man. So other than we broke a lot of cutlery and crockery in house, trying to figure out, trying to convince my family. I threw a lot of tantrums, my family threw a lot of tantrums and all of that, but finally we managed to somehow move on the right path, hopefully. Happy Teachers Day. Thank you. Completed group 1 and half group 2 classes. Can I attempt both in November? It depends on you, Vamsi Krishna. You have to finish balance group 2 in the next probably 20 days, and then I think you should, or probably max month end, and then you should do. CS demand in future, I think it will always be there. CA as a course, right, has a long-term demand. A lot of people say that automation will take away jobs and all that. I don't agree with that, because for a CA, you have to sign the financial statements, and in financial statements, you're expressing an opinion. There is a judgment to be made, and that judgment cannot be made by technology. It has to be made by human being. What can we do to learn trading, sir? Is it good to learn trading once we complete the course, or can we learn it beside doing our preparation? I think you should do this after the course. While doing the CA course, I think you should do investing. You should not do trading. After the course, if you want, then you do trading. But never leverage yourself so much that you put all your life savings, father's PF, mother's gold, all that in trading. That is the worst idea that you can ever come up with. Please do it in minimal value. In fact, there are a lot of people. In fact, even Mr. Rakesh Junjunwala and all used to say, he's no more, unfortunately, that the biggest traders, have only the biggest of the traders has the least possible loss. There is no trader who has made a lot of money. Okay, it is only investors who make money, long-term investors who make money. What about CS who opt for CS course? Mission and vision of IL, yeah. So basically, to help students succeed in some of the toughest examinations in finance and accounting across the world. Then what about CS who opt for CS course? Context, Jesse, you have to give me a context. What about CS? Is the course good or bad? Yes, it is good, obviously. Who opt for CS course? You can do CS together. You can do CS CMA together. Wish you a happy Teachers Day. Thanks. Next Hyderabad meetup, yes, we are planning sometime in November or December. We'll let you know. Any advice for EIS and SM? A boring subject, man, EIS. So SM also to a certain extent, because you guys won't understand it. Because you do not have practical exposure in life. So I strongly suggest that you make your own mnemonics, write down notes, make short tables, make short forms, and study. That is the best way to study for EIS and SM. CS with law degree is preferred. Brilliant. CS with law degree is preferred. Most of the CS have a law degree and they become the head of legal as well as compliance and company secretary in large corporates. Right? Hey guys, so I have been speaking non-stop for an hour, okay? And I've answered every single question. There is no question that is pending. Okay, so I think we'll take a break, and we'll probably, if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me and on our forums, and I'll be more than happy to respond. You can email me also. My email ID is Sriram, SRIRAM @indigolearn.com. So you can reach out to me also. If there is anything I can help, I will definitely help. But don't ask subject related questions on email. Please ask subject related questions on forum. Okay, I hope you guys have taken advantage of the free course that we have offered, and made the best use of it. And I really wish you all the very best, and good night to all of you guys. Okay, I personally found FM interesting by interning at several companies, so personal experience matters here. For sure, it is not easy. Yes, absolutely, Siddharth. I agree with you. Okay, chalo guys, we'll wind up. Good night. Go back, have dinner, and please continue your studies whatever you're preparing for. Okay, chalo. See you. All the best. Bye.